Hi everyone, welcome to or back to my channel, MelCabeyVlogs. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Mel. I'm an equity actor who lives in New York City, and I share all the ins and outs of the theater industry from a very realistic point of view. So make sure you subscribe. I would be lying if I said that I'm not struggling right now with feelings of questioning everything, wanting to quit, honestly. All right, we're starting off the week. It's Monday morning. I'm trying out eye patches for the first time, and already it's making me feel awake. I get really puffy, and I've also been very upset lately and crying. So we need to fix. We need to returning a new leaf, starting the week strong. I have a very busy week. Here's my planner, color-coded. But today, it's actually pretty fun. So I'm leaving here around 11 for a Pilates class at 12. And then I'm going to a restaurant week, Cocodoc, which is famous for gluten-free fried chicken. So excited. So before I leave for the day, I want to get some day job work done. So I need to finish an outline for my food publication I write for, and then I need to organize and maybe make some posts for the photographer that I work for. So that's the morning plan, and let's get into it. Okay, I just took Pilates at Body Rock, which is not like traditional Pilates. And I took it with my friend Libby. Kicked my butt. My legs are shaking right now. Shoulders. I can barely hold this camera up. I'm dead. Guys, the food was phenomenal. So good. I've been stuck on this audition sign-up page for like 5 minutes. I'm just trying to sign up for a regional theater. Okay, let's see. This is the singing call. I got slot number 60. Okay, now we need to move over and sign up for the dance call because I'm just gonna do both. Why not? Okay, morning dance call sign up. Now I'm back in line. Audition season goes crazy with these sign-ups. I always save them in my Google Calendar. So you could do like add to calendar and it adds it for you. And then I change it to pink for theater related things. And then I type in what number I got so that I remember when I go to the audition in a week what number I was, because they call the names and you're just kind of sitting there forever like, what number was I? Yes, I want to proceed. Thank you. Okay, 25 for the dance call. That's really good. So there's that. Hee back on the grind, guys. Back on the grind. Okay, it's about 10 o'clock, which means I need to leave for class in about 15 minutes. And I just wrote one article for Parade. I write for their travel section. So that already made me feel very good to start off the day. My goal kind of moving forward is to write one article for Parade every day. Takes me about, I would say like an hour and 15 minutes if it's an idea that I don't have to do a lot of research on. So yeah, it's more just about like finding the focus time, and Parade, the way I get paid is different from Tasting Table, which is another publication that I write for. Tasting Table, I get paid per word. So I can calculate like exactly how much I'm going to get paid. But Parade, they recently changed the way that you get paid, and it's more on like the traffic and views that your article gets, which is tricky because you just can't like, I don't know. There's not really a way to hack that system. So ultimately, the more volume you put out in articles, the better chances you will get more traffic, and then like people will click on your name and it'll add more. I don't know. It's a whole thing. So unfortunately, I have to kind of focus more on getting more volume out for Parade. And I just really love writing for the travel section. It's just something that I love and I know about, and sometimes I get to go on press trips through them. So, you know, it's a good thing to keep at it. So now I can switch my brain into musical theater land, and we're gonna go to tap class. Oh, you guys, it's almost 6 p.m. I am having a glass of wine, and I've just been basically at my desk for most of the afternoon. But I have some good news, finally. I did my taxes, and I did it through Brass Taxes, which was recommended to me by someone. And because I literally have like 17 jobs, I have a million 1099s, all of that. It's like cuckoo bananas. I was like, I need someone who specializes in artists and freelance workers. And I fully thought I was going to owe like $6,000 in taxes. And I got a refund. And I'm just so relieved. And like, I think that makes sense with my given circumstances and what the money looks like on the paper. But last year I owed like thousands of dollars, but I think it's because I just didn't go to someone who knew about all the ins and outs of freelance work. So that's great news. I also was finally approved for an Amazon storefront. So for those of you who have been asking about my Gorgina typewriter, oh my God, I love her so much. It's Bluetooth, so it connects to the computer, and oh my God, those clickety clackities. And this does like enter, you could put your iPad here, you can control volume and stuff. It's just so cool. I got it for Christmas, but I linked that on my Amazon storefront, which is, I'll put the link in the bio. So if you guys want to check it out, I also made like a few different lists on there. So yeah, check it out. And that could help your girl out a little bit, paying the bills. So I'm going to try to curate some more lists on there. So if there's anything that you guys are like, oh, make a bigger apartment list, or maybe like a touring list of like things that I needed for touring or cruise ships, stuff like that, let me know and I'll make it for you. And yeah, we could both help each other out. So that's kind of the activity for today. I completed everything on my to-do list, so I feel great about that. Tomorrow is a new day. It is Wednesday. Okay, I'm just gonna give you guys a little update. Oh, normally I've been doing 2 videos a week, and I just don't have it in me to do a second video this week, so I'm not. And I'm just gonna give you more updates on kind of how I'm doing mental health wise with the theater life. So if you watched last week's vlog, I was very upset over not getting a call back for a show I was in for, and I am not able to give you guys the full details. So kind of on the surface, people might be like, why is she so upset about that? So there's just a lot of layers to it. I can't get into it, but it was just an all around very upsetting thing for me. Then, to like kind of put the cherry on the cake, I found out that there were appointments that went out for Dirty Dancing, the tour, and Death Becomes Her, the tour, which Death Becomes Her is like my #1 dream show right now. And Dirty Dancing, when I went to the ECC, I was like, I could see myself in this show. Like, this is something I really want. And I found out I didn't get appointments from that by people messaging me on Instagram being like, I got an appointment for Dirty Dancing, or I got an appointment for Death Becomes Her. How was the combo? And while I know I've like very much said to people, if you're going in for these shows and you want to info on the combo or anything, message me. But in situations like this where it's like appointments and things, and it's like very clear on my social media that I'm hoping I get an appointment for that, I don't know, it just like didn't feel that great. And that's how I found out that there were appointments happening and that I obviously didn't get one. So yeah, that was just like, with being upset last week and then that happening, that was difficult. And then I found out that I didn't get a call back for that, a chorus line that I submitted at the end of last year, that I kind of showed you guys a bit of my self-tapes for. So it just feels like punch, 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 punch. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, like I can't film every day and be honest with, like, I'm not doing fabulous. My mom did send me a care package yesterday. That definitely made me feel a lot better. And, you know, just like connecting with my friends and all of that is making me not feel like I'm going completely insane. But I would be lying if I said that I'm not struggling right now with feelings of questioning everything, wanting to quit, honestly. And like, I don't want to quit, but I feel so defeated currently. And I just, yeah. So who knows? Maybe by the time Saturday rolls around in this vlog, I'm going to feel a lot different. But for today, that's just where I am. And I wish I could be showing you like happy and more exciting things and all of that. And like last week was kind of a bummer of a vlog. And I'm trying to will myself out of this, and like currently I'm having a hard time. So that's that. I will be sitting here all day doing my day job stuff, and yeah. Suicide. Wait, the color of this is actually stunning.
Yours is so light.
I know. Wow. Beautiful. Caroline. This is my angel, everyone.
Hi.
Caroline and I are we're having a time.
It's been a week.
It's been a week for her too. And you know, I'm glad to have a friend to commiserate with.
But you know, we can get out and bond.
Perfect. We also kind of look like twins, like always.
Gray sweater,
Yeah.
blue jeans, a little white showing, you know. I just have to cut my hair off.
We should get you a wig. You look like Pippi Longstocking.
Perfect.
Yay. Wow. Love. Okay. Mwah. Cheers. All right, folks, we're getting back on the horse a little bit today. I'm going to an audition for a Gunkwit Playhouse, which is the first theater that I ever worked at, first job, and it is a really amazing theater. It's like crazy that was my first job, because people go nuts to work there, and I still currently go nuts to work there. So, packed my bag. It's a Singer ECC for their whole season, but usually they do appointments for their actual shows. So this one is more just kind of like a throw shit at the wall, see if anything sticks. But last year I went to their ECC and I ended up getting an appointment for one of their shows. So I hope that happens this year. But I thought, let me just go get in a run of singing a song in a room, see some friends. I know it's going to be a really busy day at the studios. There's a million auditions. And as you can tell, I'm a lot more perky today. I'm feeling a little bit better. Each day, I'm getting a little better. But I'm just letting myself be where I am and feel what I want to feel, because this industry is crazy. And yeah. Okay, let's go to the audition. I was number 77 online and I'm 28 in real life. I see a lot of people I know, so that's good. Good vibes. I'm just chilling.
Hi, vlog.
I'm so sweaty.
Oh no.
Needs to dry. Look at my titties.
I was like, I'm gonna scare her.
Do you want to tell the vlog anything?
Hey, vlog. It's audition day, and I'm already ready to go home.
So Caroline's doing the non-union hustle.
Yes.
She's running around to like
Hustling.
3 different auditions right now.
True. I just signed up for one, and then I came up here to where I stored half of my stuff, so I was in line for both, but I was not in 2 places at once.
Work harder, not no. Anyway.
Smarter / impossible to be in 2 places at once. Yes. I like this suit. Where is it from?
TikTok.
TikTok. Oh, you're gonna say your Amazon
I
storefront.
have it in 3 colors.
That's cute.
I'll send you the link. You better buy it from my page though, so I get commish.
Okay. What are you gonna sing today, MelCabeyVlogs?
I'm gonna sing a song called "All of My Laughter" from Fig Leaves Are Falling.
I've
It's
never
my
heard of
go-to.
either of those things.
Me either.
Nice.
Okay, y'all, I'm home. Getting back to work. It's like 5 p.m. But I can happily report that audition felt very good. I went in and sang my song and I felt very great about how I did. I think my hard work in practicing voice things every day is paying off, and I just felt very confident and sure of myself, which was a good feeling, especially after feeling so beaten down emotionally. I've been feeling very confident in my abilities, if I'm being honest. And yeah, today I was like, no, I can sing, I can act, I did it. And I got great comment from someone behind the table, and when I left the room, a nice girl in the hallway was like, that was gorgeous, which is so sweet. So yeah, I feel good about that. I saw tons of people that I know, which was great to just like talk to people and connect. And after talking to a lot of people, it seems like everyone is kind of going through it right now. I actually saw a girl from the audition last week and she was like, hey, how'd the rest of your week go? Like, she didn't want to straight up ask me if I got a call back or not. And I was like, yeah, not good. I didn't get a call back. And she was like, oh my God, me either. And she told me how upset she was. And she was like, I had a horrible weekend. I just was so upset because I felt like I did so well. And she was like, you did so well. Like, how did we not even get a call back? And I was like, girl, I know. And we both just felt very similar. And again, at the end of the day, like, you just don't know why. And I think that's what's difficult for me, because I love to like make everything make sense, and that's just something that's never going to happen in this industry. So I think I need to learn to be okay with that somehow. I don't know. That's still pending. We're still working on that. But that's the update. I'm on the up. I'm feeling better. I'm like, okay, it's going to be okay. So I'm going to write another article for Parade, and then I have to write an outline for Tasting Table. So we're gonna be here probably for a few hours. Okay, it's Friday. We made it. So I'm getting ready for a big, like, oh, also the lights in my apartment keep flickering, so enjoy that with me as we get ready. I am doing this workshop that I signed up for like a month ago at Open Jar, which is one of the audition studios, and they also kind of host a lot of classes and things like that. So they're hosting this weekend, and I was like, you know what? This is a good price. I'm going to do it. It was $200, and you get a 15-minute headshot session, 15-minute song coaching and 15-minute materials coaching, I think, where they look at like your reels and your website and your resume, blah, blah, blah. And then there's seminars all day today, all day tomorrow. And it's things like how to stand out in the dance call, how to tell a story in your 16-bar cut, how to have a better relationship with your agent, like stuff like that. So I thought, that sounds great to me. Why not? You know? So that's what I'll be doing for the next 2 days. All of my sessions, the 15-minute sessions, are all this morning. So that's how I'm like starting the program, and then I'm just jumping into all the seminars and stuff. So yeah. Okay, but I'm curious to see how this like intense weekend is gonna make me feel, because like I've been sharing with you guys, I'm just like feeling weird about the industry, and I'm not a fan of it right now. That's the truth. That is the truth. I kind of think a lot of stuff is bullshit. There, I said it. And a lot of people feel this way. So, I don't know. I told myself this week, I was like, if I still am not feeling it, I'm gonna cancel and not go. But yesterday, I felt a lot better, and I was like, we're gonna do it. So I'm going in with an open mind, and I'm excited to see if this kind of like reinvigorates me, makes me feel a little better, or maybe even like gives me clarity. But clearly, Mel a month ago signed up for this for a reason, so we're gonna just see how it goes. I don't know anyone doing it. I'm curious to see if like I'll know anyone there. It might be a lot of younger actors, but it's called like Audition Refresh, I think. Something like that. I thought, you know what? This old horse needs a refresh. Wow. All right, well, I'll be there literally from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. today. So maybe I'll check in between some of the classes. Okay, guys, wish me luck. Saturday. I really wanted to catch you guys up as I was walking home last night, walking around, but it is just so cold in New York that I simply cannot be filming at all outside for the foreseeable future until it gets warm, because my fingers are going to fall off. But yesterday was really, really great. I think it's helping reinvigorate me a little bit, feel a lot less negative about everything. So we're feeling good. I had the headshot session. It was super quick but fun. So I'm hoping I get at least one good shot with my hair without bangs, because my headshots are with bangs. So there's that. I had a really great vocal coaching session, and I got a new song for my book. And then had a great career coaching session. I got some advice on how to get into commercials, which is something I've been wanting to do. So I'm going to start focusing on that a little bit. And then, yeah, the workshops were really, really great. My favorite one yesterday was the dance workshop, and it was led by James Gray, who is a choreographer from London. And he is, number one, hilarious. but 2, his whole premise of the workshop was working on our mindset while in a dance call, and it just helped me a ton. He kind of has that same attitude that I have sometimes, where it's like, we're just trying to sing and dance. Like, it's really not that deep. And he was just giving us ways to remind ourselves when we start kind of panicking in a dance call or something, to be like, hey, it's cool. It's cool. If I don't get it right now, I'll get it next time. Or just get yourself to like, okay, cool. Stay concentrated. What was that step? I'll figure it out. I got it. And try not to like talk down to yourself, or like if there's a step in it that you're like, frig, I'm bad at that step, like a triple turn, don't just automatically be like, frig, I can't do the triple turn. Just be like, okay, I'll go for it. And then if not, I'll try the double. Just reframing to be more positive to yourself, and it'll just help you feel less crappy. And everything else has been helpful so far too. So we have sessions from 3 until like 9 tonight. And then there's a soiree where we're going to have like drinks and food and mingle with everyone. So yeah, I feel reinvigorated and I'm back. I'm officially back on the horse. I fell off and slammed into the ground last week. Shattered. But now I am riding strong back on the horse. So, okay guys, so these are my friends, Maddie and Annie. I've known Maddie for
BDC
11
summer semester.
That's sick. And you guys went to college together, right? Yeah.
2015.
And I just met Annie through auditions and stuff like that. But I didn't know they were going to be at this thing, and they're here. What did you think? Did you have a good time?
I thought it was actually very informative.
Yeah.
It was a good mix of like different,
random things.
but all helpful. They're actually turning this into
Oh my god, yeah, wait, we're about
Is there a
to
DJ?
club.
No, it was very informative. Would recommend to a friend.
Yeah, I think there were things that like I've heard before, but were either a reminder or were said in a different way. And then there were things that I was like, whoa, I've not been doing that. And those are...
Yeah, like a lot of business things, just like how we run our own business. And also the dance class last night, I feel like helped my brain.
Yeah.
With a lot of things.
Especially because it was so late after such a long day. And
Yeah,
like
it's
auditioning
like-
before and then coming. I was like, can my brain do this? And I did.
And we did it.
Because we can do hard things.
We can.
And I think the biggest through line for me through the whole 2 days was that you're not booking the job, you're making fans. And like that's the one that I'm gonna try and like go into these auditions.
Like the new goal.
Is okay, what fans can I make in this room? Whether
Yeah.
it's the choreographer or whatever. I don't need to book the job. I just need to make some fans.
Yeah.
Love it. Wow. Way to send it home. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next week. Mwah. Bye.